variations of kind of songs and music in the challenge, and he sent me the recording. I was like, this is awesome, and I think I just replied with one sentence. I said, can't wait to see the video. And I was like kind of joking, but the fact that I'm here in Wichita and I got to see the video is awesome. So we're going to big round of applause. First time in Wichita, so excited to be here, and I guess I made it to Kansas on Kansas Day, is that correct? Happy birthday to everybody. I think your state's like 400 something years old, which is awesome. And I got to give a special shout out to, I don't know if it was Shannon or Janice or the leaders back there, but I just think the foresight of the leadership to hold this event here for me. What's the name? I noticed, what's the name of the street outside? I mean, that's some foresight. So people are gonna ask me like how this event was. I'm like, well, I'm Blake. I was on Blake Street in Kansas on Kansas Day, and I saw a rap video in Wichita. And that's gonna be really hard to top, right? That's some serious foresight. You guys got some leadership up in here. That is for that is. When you stop doing the things you think you're supposed to do, and you start doing the things you were really meant to do, that's when the script ends, and that's when life really begins. And that was a philosophy I adopted at a really young age. Put myself in an environment with people that thought dramatically differently. Entrepreneurs in the room, how many of you guys would agree that entrepreneurs think differently than everybody else? They think way differently, don't they? Right? You talk to the average person out there, they're going to give you advice on what not to do. Everybody, what not to do. You talk to an entrepreneur, they give you advice on what to do. You talk to the majority of people, they're going to focus on what is not possible. You find someone successful, they're going to focus on what is possible. It's a totally different mindset. Parents in the room, how many of you guys would agree you become like those you surround yourself with? By a show of hands. Is that truth or is that truth? That's what? And at 19, I got involved in an environment that was similar to what you guys are coming down here tonight with people that thought differently. 0 to 18 years old, people told me you had to be smart to be successful. All of a sudden, at 19, entrepreneurs, totally different. I started to connect the dots. How many of you guys know a lot of really, really, really highly intelligent, broke people? How many of you guys ever met a really dumb rich person? No pointing, no pointing, no pointing, no pointing, right? I started to realize that the things that I've been taught were not necessarily facts, they were not necessarily truth. And you can only put yourself in an environment for so long before it starts to rub off. You learn a thing or two, and pretty soon you see that start to manifest in your own life. 1.8 billion people worldwide right now are overweight and obese. 232 million in US and Canada alone. On average, that's 7 out of 10. What's kind of the downtown area around here? Where do you go to hang out? What's it called?
Old Town.
What's it called?
Old Town.
Old Town. Creative. Okay.
Better than Cowtown.
We're to the point out here in Kansas. So we go to Old Town, right? And we're hanging out in Old Town. And we're looking around. Not right now, it's pretty cold outside, right? Is this actually warm for this time of the year? Right? Okay, so we're hanging out in Old Town and you're looking around, hanging out with your friends. On average, 7 out of 10 people that you see are dealing with this problem. On average. And that's on average across North America. And last time I checked, where's Kansas rate when it comes to the... Matter of fact, isn't Kansas one of the top 5 states in the country when it comes to not only obesity, but fast food consumption? Matter of fact, I think I read a stat that there are people spend more per person or per capita on fast food right here in your own backyard than like 95% of all other states around the world. Is that fact? Yes. So it's probably even more than 7 out of 10 when you're hanging out in Old Town. You don't hang out, y'all? What? You don't chill in Kansas. Is it? We did. Okay. It's not getting better, it's only getting what? Worse. Okay? They're saying by 2020, 3 out of 4. This is the pace that we are on right now if we do not change it, if we do not do something. It is a problem. How many of you have something right now, right? If you were to set a 90-day goal, whether it's a weight loss goal, a fitness goal, an active goal, how many of you guys have something when it comes to your body, your health that you could focus on for 90 days? Be honest, right? You set a goal, you select 1 of 5 kids, you saw it in the video. Oh, if this is really going to work, it must be complicated. Is this really simple? Those of you guys that are on the challenge, is it simple? Yeah. Is it simple? Yeah. If you guys are here for the first time, you're like, wait, I don't get it. All you got to do is drink a shake?
Yes!
Yep. Okay, this is healthy. Shake's healthy, right? Oh, if it's healthy, it must taste horrible. Hello? Customers call it the shake mix that tastes like the what? Shake. So hopefully you guys have tried it. You got something that's simple, that tastes amazing. There's like 1,000 recipes in our online community. It's crazy. I don't know where people come up with this stuff. Oh, it must be expensive.
No.
You heard on the video, less than $1.50 a shake. And the irony is because it replaces a what? Meal. You're actually not going to spend at the end of the day. You're actually going to save money you're already spending at the grocery store. Simple, tastes amazing, actually saves you money. Hello? Oh, and by the way, if you refer through, you can get it for free. If we're paying attention, right? Matter of fact, we gave out over 400,000 free kits last year. Over 400,000. Oh, and brand new this year, how many of you guys are excited about the 90-day money-back results guarantee, right? So for those of you that didn't grasp that in the video, you set a goal, you select a kit. It's simple, it tastes amazing, you're going to save money, you can get it for what? Free. You use it for 3 months, if you don't like the results, send it back, we'll give you all 3 months of your money back. How many of you guys are excited about that, right? Some of you guys hate me right now. People go, why? You don't need to do that. You guys are number one without a 90-day guarantee. Why would you do that? Here's why. Because we never want anybody coming into a room like this, knowing that you came in those doors because there was something about your health you wanted to change, and leaving because you have some sort of reason or objection or excuse or some sort of yak in your mind. You guys, we took away every single reason for you not to take that leap of faith to say, hey, I'm going to give this a shot. Does that make sense to everybody? That's what this is about. Honesty check. This is where we really see who's in the room. Raise your hand if honestly right now you have at least 10 pounds you could afford to lose. Keep your hands up, keep your hands up. How many of you guys wouldn't mind making $1,000 for losing 10 pounds? Let me hear that. Guys, brand new this year, Project 10. For those of you guys that didn't catch in the video, every week we're giving away $10,000 to 10 people who lose what? 10 pounds. Randomly selected every single week. Matter of fact, starts next Monday, the very first drawing. If you have 10 pounds to lose, it's simple, it tastes good. You can save money, you can get it for free. There's a 90-day guarantee, and if you lose 10 pounds, you can make $1,000. Who's in? That's how this works. Guys, wouldn't it be that the problem's going to get solved by real people on the ground in small towns, in cities that are getting results, transforming lives, sharing their stories, spreading the information? Wouldn't it be an organic, grassroots movement in order to go out there and actually start to reverse the trends that we have been going in decades? How many of you guys can see that that's the way to solve the problem, right? That's the way to solve the problem. And we got to ask ourselves, and we're sitting there, and it dawned on us, and we're sitting there all of a sudden, it was like an epiphany, we're like, who else is better positioned? Who else has an army on the ground of real stories and real people with real passion and real results? It's not going to be a Weight Watchers that comes in. They don't have a 100,000 person army. It's not going to be a Nutrisystem or a Jenny Craig. Matter of fact, we did more in sales last year than both those companies, and people don't even know who you are. If it's not going to be someone from the industry, it's not going to be a politician. We started to look at us and we said, it's us. It could be us. I know a lot of you in the room, you're like, that guy is crazy. That's fine. It's not like we haven't been called it before. The only work experience I ever had prior to this industry was a high school pool lifeguard. Nick, my partner in the video, he was a TGI Fridays waiter. He wore flair. Don't tell him I told you that. If you would have met us 8 years ago when we said we're going to redefine an entire industry, we're going to disrupt the way things have been done, we're going to do things a totally different way, you would have said we're crazy. People did. If you would have met us in 2009 when we launched the challenge and said we're going to go become the fastest growing company in this space, people would have looked at us and said, you guys are nuts, you're crazy. And I'm sure on this tour as we go around and we get in front of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people and we say we're going to be the #1 solution to the obesity epidemic, the #1 problem humanity faces, there's going to be plenty of people that say we're crazy. You guys, it takes crazy people to do crazy things.